Hey guys, so today's going to be a longer video because we are doing Ombre. I'm using Perfectly Plum and Enchanted Knight because their base coats, the base color is very similar. It's like that purple kind. So we're doing Perfectly Plum at the top near the cuticle and Enchanted Knight down lower at the end of your finger. So we're going to do this in nice thin coats because we're going to do a lot of layers, so you want to make sure that you do them nice and thin. I'm only going to talk you through the first layer and then you'll kind of get the gist as you watch as it builds up, and then I'll talk to you guys near the end. So as you can see, I am just adding thin layers and leaving a little gap in between my colors. Now I'm taking this fan brush from the Creativity set and I'm wiggling it back and forth. As you can see, I'm showing you, I'm going up and down, and you're just going to go up and down along that seam. And if you move your hand, make sure to flip your brush so it follows the colors. So if you're using like a white and a green, you'll be able to see, and you want to make sure that the green side of your brush stays on the green side and your white end of the brush stays on the white side, just kind of like to compare. When your colors are very similar, it's hard to tell, and if you kind of get mixed up and you can't remember, clean your brush off so that you can go right back in, which is what I did here. I forgot, so I cleaned it and then just kind of like start fresh, keep wiggling it, and you're going to cure it fully in between each layer. So I believe I cure fully here, and then we come back and we're doing layer number 2. So when you're using that wiggling motion with your brush, make sure that you do it very gently. Your brush is very gently gliding over that polish. You're not pushing, you're not putting any pressure, you're just doing that wiggling motion. And I will talk to you guys when I add more to the technique. Also make sure to clean the polish off your skin before you cure it, unlike I did. Okay, so this is our last layer, and after I cure this, you're gonna take your buffer and you're gonna buff mostly that middle section because it's gonna be very rough. It's gonna have a weird texture. You're gonna see it and you're gonna feel it. So we're going to buff that middle part, and then you're also gonna buff your outer and end, because like sometimes when you're doing this, you'll find that your polish pools and becomes thicker in other ends. So you're just gonna file it, you're gonna buff it so that it's fairly even, and then you're going to take Clearly Frisky and you're going to put Clearly Frisky on top of it, and it's just going to make it nice and glossy and shiny, and you're just going to see that it looks so much better when you add Clearly Frisky on top. Now, if you don't get that line super blended like you'd want it to by your 5th or 6th coat, you're gonna cut it, you're done. You're not gonna add any more coats, you're gonna cure it. And after you finish buffing it, instead of putting Clearly Frisky on it, put some Stardust top coat on it. Put some glitter on it. The glitter will hide and help make that line look even more blended. This ombre turned out so good. That middle between Perfectly Plum and Enchanted Knight turned like this super nice purple, and it just looks so good. If you guys try this technique, use hashtag LexLoveLux on Instagram and Facebook, because I'd love to see what colors you choose, what combinations you do. This is a super fun manicure. It takes a lot of practice, so don't feel bad if it takes you a couple of tries, but I can't wait. I love you all, but don't forget to love yourselves. Mwah.